Nestled deep within the misty mountains, we find a humble cabin where Yuan, a weathered man with kind eyes, resides. He tends to a small garden, his hands rough yet gentle. The sound of a distant bell reaches his ears, and he smiles knowingly.
In a world burdened with expectations, there lived a man named Kai. His path would weave through pain and hardship, and in those moments, he would discover the resilience that lies within every man.
Kai, carrying a satchel on his back, traverses a rugged mountain path. His steps are cautious yet purposeful.
Kai journeyed with no destination in mind, but a desire to confront the demons that haunted him, the burdens he carried. He sought solace and answers.
Seeking shelter, Kai finds solace in a dimly lit cave. He sits, his weary eyes staring into the dancing flames of a small fire.
Within the shadows of that cave, Kai's past echoed through his thoughts, its weight heavy upon his heart.
A glimpse of Kai's past reveals a weary and downtrodden version of himself. He stands in the bustling marketplace, surrounded by merchants and townsfolk, their faces etched with exhaustion.
In his past, Kai battled against the invisible chains of a society that kept him enslaved to a system that devalued his worth.
The marketplace is filled with people exchanging stacks of useless paper, their faces marked by resignation and weariness. Kai's gaze fixates on the exchange, a mixture of frustration and determination in his eyes. Kai sits alone in his humble abode, a dimly lit room filled with a sense of hopelessness. Walls adorned with scraps of paper and sketches reflect his longing for a different world.
In the quiet solitude of his dwelling, Kai yearned for liberation, a way to break free from the shackles of a system that made him feel like a slave.
Kai's fingers trace the sketches on the wall, each stroke representing his dreams of a life beyond the constraints of the monetary world. Kai, a younger version of himself, stands in the doorway of Yuan's cabin. He carries a burdened expression, a mix of determination and fear.
Years ago, Kai sought guidance and mentorship from Yuan, an elder who had mastered the art of inner strength. Yuan had become a father figure to him, guiding him on his path to escaping society's enslavement.
Kai approaches Yuan.
I need to find my own path, to understand who I am beyond the chains of the system.
Yuan's eyes convey understanding, though tinged with a hint of sadness.
I cannot hold you back, Kai. The journey towards self-discovery often requires solitude. But remember, my door is always open for you.
A younger Kai stands in the center of the village square, bidding farewell to Yuan and the townsfolk. Determination radiates from him.
I must embark on a journey to understand myself, to confront the pain that has held me captive. But I promise I will return stronger.
The townsfolk bid him farewell, their eyes filled with understanding and support. As Kai walks through a tranquil forest, he stumbles upon a wounded bird. He carefully tends to its injuries, showcasing his compassion and nurturing nature. Kai encounters Li, a fierce and proud warrior haunted by battles fought.
Strength is measured by victories and dominance, not by tending to wounded birds.
Kai gazes into the distance, a subtle sadness in his eyes.
Strength is not solely defined by outward triumphs, but also by the ability to heal, to connect with others.
Li's expression softens, a glimmer of understanding crossing his face. Kai and Li traverse a vast valley, its landscapes echoing a sense of confinement. The towering walls of towering office buildings and the hum of machinery in the distance symbolize the oppressive nature of the system. Kai glances at the crowded streets and weary faces, a fire of determination burning in his eyes.
Li, there's something inherently wrong with this world. We toil day in and day out, trading our precious time for mere scraps of paper.
Li nods, understanding the weight of Kai's words.
Kai, we must find a way to break free from these invisible chains. Let's venture forth and seek the whispers of liberation.
Kai and Li explore an abandoned factory, its decaying walls holding memories of countless workers trapped in a cycle of monotonous labor. Kai discovers a room filled with dusty ledgers and financial documents, a symbol of the system's grip on their lives.
Lee, look at all these records. They quantify our worth, reduce us to mere cogs in a machine.
Lee clenches his fists, frustration evident in his voice.
Kai, we're more than numbers on a balance sheet. It's time we reclaim our true value.
Kai and Lee stumble upon an underground resistance movement. A group of individuals, tired of the system's oppression, gather to devise a plan for liberation. Kai and Lee listen intently, their hearts ignited with hope.
The system keeps us enslaved, but together we can dismantle it. We'll sow seeds of change, reclaim our autonomy, and build a world where true worth is not measured by wealth.
Kai and Lee join hands with the resistance, pledging to fight for a future free from the shackles of the system. Deep within the catacombs, Kai and Lee navigate a labyrinth of tunnels. The darkness and eerie silence mirror the fear and uncertainty they face in their quest for freedom. They encounter obstacles and traps, representing the challenges and risks involved in defying the system.
Lee, we must remain steadfast. It's in these moments of darkness that our resilience is tested. We'll find strength in our shared purpose.
Indeed, Kai. Let our courage guide us through these treacherous paths.
Kai and Lee reach the city rooftops, overlooking a metropolis consumed by materialism. The sun sets, casting a golden glow on the skyline, as if whispering of the beauty that lies beyond the chains of the system.
Look, Lee, there's a world out there waiting to be explored, free from the clutches of the system. We can build a life where true worth is measured by the connections we forge and the impact we make.
Lee's eyes shine with determination and newfound hope.
Together, Kai, we shall forge a path of liberation, not just for ourselves, but for all those still enslaved by the system's grasp.
They embrace, knowing that their journey has only just begun, but their spirits are fueled by the desire to break free and create a better world. Kai and Lee ascend a treacherous mountain peak, pushing their limits. The winds howl, challenging their resolve.
As Kai and Lee faced the wrath of nature, the true test of their strength arrived. It was not in overpowering the elements, but in finding harmony within.
Kai and Lee huddled together, offering support and encouragement, their shared vulnerability forging an unbreakable bond. At the mountain's summit, Kai gazes upon a breathtaking panorama, a newfound sense of purpose illuminating his face. Kai returns to Yuan's cabin, a transformed man. He embraces Yuan, gratitude filling his eyes.
Welcome back, Kai. I knew you would find the answers you sought.
It was through my journey that I realized the depth of your wisdom and the significance of our bond. I needed to wander to appreciate your guidance fully.
Their embrace lingers, the weight of their shared experiences transcending words.
Through his journey, Kai had found the courage to embrace his vulnerabilities, to honor the strength in compassion and resilience.
Kai stands in the center of the village, surrounded by curious townsfolk. He shares his experiences, his voice filled with wisdom and authenticity.
Strength is not confined to a rigid mold, but rather found within the depths of our hearts. It is in our ability to grow, to support one another, and to embrace our true selves.
The townsfolk listen intently, their eyes reflecting the newfound understanding. Kai, now enlightened and transformed, sits by the hearth with Yuan.
I am proud of the man you have become, Kai. Your journey has not only taught you the essence of masculinity, but has also enriched our bond.
Yuan, you were the beacon that guided me through the darkest moments.